gave us one, so I'll talk loud.
Okay, well, thank you very much. It's nice to see you.
He's gonna pull that right out.
Anyway, thanks for coming out. And, this is a real pleasure for me. I haven't been back here in Maine since the 1960s.
A few things have changed.
Yeah, well, I didn't come to Bangor. I went to Bar Harbor, Maine. I think I was about 24 years old at the time, and I had just got through doing a play on Broadway in New York, and called A Taste of Honey with Angela Lansbury and Joan Plowright, who's Laurence Olivier's wife. I was the only member in the cast that was an American, and that was a pretty spectacular experience for me. But at some point, I had a friend who wanted to direct the play up in Bar Harbor, Maine. So the one experience I remember about driving, I decided to rent a car, and I drove from New York City to Maine, and it was a real interesting experience because of the change in accents. Just progressively got into, I think, more what you have more R's.
We drop ours. We add them to other words.
Yeah. So it was a very interesting experience, but I'm really very happy to be back here up this way again. I live out in California. We live out in California, and it's beautiful there. I love California, but there's something about the East that I really, really love and always miss. So anyway, thank you for having me.
I have no second microphone, so I'll stand over here. So I want everyone to start coming up and getting in line, and yes, that means.
Well, we can share this.
Can we share that? Okay.
We can share this.
Come on up. Everybody follow this guy in the red shirt.
Hello there, Billy D. My name is Alex Kern.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, Billy. So, in one of the first drafts of episode 5, it said that Lando was going to be a clone, or something like that, or something.
A clone?
Yeah, a former clone was going to fight, yeah. I was wondering if you ever saw one of the early first drafts to episode 5. No? Just the final? Well,
that's a new one on me.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
That's a podium.
No! Why you? Okay, and so,
Where did you hear that?
I can't remember now. I was wondering. No, okay.
Made it up.
And so, here's my second question. What was it like before you met all the cast from episode 5? You were on set. What was the first thing going through your head before your first scene on episode 5?
Well, I guess it's when you're working with new people and a new situation, you're always a little bit nervous, I guess. And of course, those people had established a real relationship with themselves, and so I was a new kid on the block, and so it was. But I was looking forward to it. I was very happy about the fact that I was asked to play Lando Calrissian and to work with George Lucas, whom I have an enormous admiration for as a filmmaker. And at that time, at that time you had all these new young filmmakers coming along and sort of creating a whole new kind of feeling for cinema. Like Spielberg, George, and Coppola, and Scorsese, and people like that. So I just felt like this was a real great opportunity to be part of that kind of movement at that particular time.
Thank you, Billy.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Estrella. I was wondering if I may please have a hug.
You want a hug?
A hug?
Come on, sure.
One hug per Q&A.
My name is Colin, and I was wondering, why do you like the character Lando so much?
Why do I like Lando?
Yeah, the character.
Well, he's pretty exciting. He's kind of a swashbuckling, kind of charming, roguish kind of guy, and it's always fun to play characters that, you know, you're not quite sure where they're coming from. You know, it's a good guy, but you're not sure if he's a good guy. Sometimes you think maybe he's a bad guy. But it's fun to do that kind of stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you going to be an actor?
I don't know.
Thanks.
Howdy. Name's Jonathan. Before I ask my question, I just want to make sure Vader's not going to come through that door, because we've been through this before. We've done it before. Anyway, the serious question, I'm sure everybody in this line is going to ask you a lot about Star Wars and on and so forth, but I'm just curious, outside of episodes 5 and 6, what were some of your favorite roles, like your favorite things you've done acting?
Well, of course, you know, I got an Emmy nomination for Brian's Song, which I don't know if you've seen Brian's Song. It's all about, I did that with James Caan back in 1972. And that was really a monumental movie for television. And it created a tremendous impact, and we got nominated for Emmys for that one. I've done so many movies. I think I've done over 100 movies in my career. But I've been doing this for like 50 years. But I've done a lot of roles that I really enjoyed. A lot of stuff I've done on stage in New York City, where I grew up. And the one movie I really loved was the Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars and Movie Kings. Mahogany, Lady Sings the Blues, Nighthawks, which I did with Stallone. But quite a few.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hey, check this out. Wait, I'm going to tell everybody. I just found this on the internet. Apparently that weirdo wasn't making this up. There's a book by a guy named Rinsler he wrote The Making of the Empire Strikes Back. And Billy, it says that Hoth, the ice planet, was almost Lando's planet of choice, not Bespin. And it does say, I just lost it because I'm talking now. It does say something about the original character, right here. Lando Calrissian's homeworld would have been Hoth. And there might have been a whole alien race living there. And then in one early draft, Lando was a clone warrior, one of the many clans of the clone fighters left over from the wars. So that's pretty interesting. Cool. We just learned something new about Star Wars today, 35 years later.
That's really interesting, because you know there have been so many rumors about the Lando character, so that's very interesting. But Lando, I always think, when I think of Lando, and I think of Cloud City, Bespin. Is it Bespin?
Bespin.
Yeah. I always think of Steve Wynn in Las Vegas. That was Lando's Las Vegas.
Hello, my name is Matthew, and first of all, you are the definition of cool as far as I'm concerned, sir. And second, what was it like to come back to the character in Star Wars Rebels?
Oh, I really enjoyed doing the Rebels. I think that's a good animation. I think just the whole look of it is really great. But I'm having a lot of fun with that one. But not, you know, there's a comic book, Marvel Comics, that's going to come out with a series of adventures with Lando, which is something new. So I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's Danny. And some of my favorite pictures and things to look at from Star Wars is just how much fun everybody's having. Like, you know, it's really cool to see the behind the scenes, but some of my favorites are like Leia and Chewbacca, like in a hug, or like people high-fiving. And brings me to my next question. I was thinking, did you ever steal anything off the set? And if you, and if you didn't, if you could go back and take something, what would you take?
No, I wouldn't steal anything.
You wouldn't?
I've never stolen anything in my life.
If you could take, if they opened it up to you and said you can take a souvenir.
George Lucas gave me. I asked him for an Ewok head. He actually gave it to me.
Did you mount it?
Yeah, I had it.
Hey, thank you.
Hi, Billy. I'm Tim. I was just wondering, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I know that you originally auditioned for the role of Han Solo, and I was just wondering if...
That's another rumor.
Yeah, if you did get the part, like, do you think, like, the character would be any less or more iconic, and who would you have wanted to play Lando?
Well, first of all, I didn't audition for even Lando. I didn't audition for anything. I was asked to play Lando.
Oh, okay.
Lando is, for me, is a perfect character for me to play. Because I have all of the sort of characteristics of I mean, not all of them. Orlando, at least I had in those years, 33 years ago.
Great. Well,
I'm an old man now.
Well, thank you, sir. It was been a pleasure.
Wait, don't leave.
But as far as
Where did you hear the rumor about him auditioning? Because this is the third time we've heard that.
It's I play a trivia game on my smartphone, and it said that, and so I thought.
So
it
if
was
Siri said it, it's true.
I assumed it was legit.
But Harrison is perfect for that character. So he was really wonderful as that character. And it was a nice relationship.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hey, my name's Dimitri. It's awesome to see you.
Thanks.
I was wondering if in episode 5 and 6 of Star Wars, were there any lines that you didn't like, or any lines that you improv yourself to add to the character?
No, I just went with what was given to me.
Liked it the way it was, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool.
I mean, I figured they do exactly what they wanted. They knew what they were doing, so. And I was a hired hand, so I was very happy to be in that situation.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Tell them about when you were doing Jedi, George had to do the lines.
Oh, well, in Jedi, when I was sitting with Nia Num in the spaceship, the lines were very difficult for me to grasp, so I would have George throw the lines at me, and then I would repeat the lines after him. So it doesn't have this. Telling the story now doesn't make much of an impact.
Stuff like that, especially because he asked about the thing. So basically, what you're saying is you didn't have to work. George did all the work. And you did.
Well, I won't say he did all the work. He did a little bit. I give him a little bit of credit. But sometimes, you know, those lines become, it's like a whole other, it's an has its own world, and its own, you know, a lot of it I just didn't really understand, or some of it, especially that stuff in the spaceship.
Yeah.
You know, and it's easy to have it thrown at you, you know, because it's all cuts anyway, so it's easier that way.
Well, thank you so much.
That's the wonderful thing about making movies. You know, you don't always necessarily have to, because things keep changing all the time. So you don't necessarily have to have, you know, commit everything to memory. You know, you can just sort of have it thrown at you or handed to you, and then you can take it and go with it. You know, I mean, it's not like doing it on stage. You know, it's all cuts.
Yeah, I actually used to act, so.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, though.
Yeah, well, you're welcome.
Hey, Billy, my name's Kyle.
Hi.
When I grow up, I want to be like a film producer and and direct too. And I just recently started working with a local film producer, and we have like a real low budget, and we're working on a movie. But I was wondering if you had like any advice for like a low budget movie.
When you say when you grow up, how old are you?
I'm like 17. So.
Well, you've grown. I've never heard a 17-year-old say, "When I grow up." Anyway, when you advice for a 17-year-old, well, you know, you just commit, work hard, and I would say certainly, you know, if you're interested in writing and directing, directing and producing, writing can be pretty essential. I think is important if you have the skill and the ability. I think writing is always a good thing to explore. Explore it all. Go to the museums, read a lot. Just immerse yourself in all kinds of creative activity, and observe and listen and absorb.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Billy. My name's Noah. I've heard this before, and it's going back to you getting asked the role for Lando. Is it true that you wouldn't take the role unless you could wear a cape?
I think they know all the rumors here in Bangor. I don't know.
have nothing better to do.
This is your life, huh? I mean, the cape was key. I didn't say to anybody that I would not take the role if I couldn't have the cape.
Did you suggest it?
The cape?
Yeah.
You know, I don't really remember how it all happened, but I was very happy about it. I thought it was a good character.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I think from now on during Q&As, we're just going to say that was it. I wouldn't do the role unless I got the right cape. Can you imagine saying that to George Lucas?
Well, they gave me a great contract, too, so I was very happy.
I was curious when you were cast as Harvey Dent in Tim Burton's Batman, if there was any intention of you being Two-Face.
Well, evidently not.
Was there intention, or?
I know. I was hoping that I would end up. That's why I accepted the role, because I was looking forward to. When I did the Star Wars movies, I was under contract for 2 movies. So, but in the Batman situation, I was only under contract for 1 movie, and then I think Sony bought the rights to Batman, and so they decided to go in a different direction.
Right. Well, it's a shame.
But I was looking forward to doing Two-Face. I think it would have been interesting.
Oh, absolutely. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello. I was wondering, like, with all the movies that you've been in, have you like kept up relationships with any of the actors or actresses over years? And
No, I don't like actors. I don't spend any time with actors if I don't have to.
Yes, that's my only question.
Hi, I'm Robbie. Rob B. There we go. Dropping syllables. So earlier it was brought up that you had done Broadway and you've done stage acting before, but you're also obviously a film actor. So I was just curious what the major difference is between film and stage, just from working both.
Yeah, the stage, I think, well, they're both technical and require a lot of emotion. But certainly movies is much more technical. You know, stage is a wonderful way for an actor to begin his or her career. I think because you learn how to use your voice and you learn how to use your body, and the whole idea of working in front of an audience is always a really wonderful, interesting experience. I always feel that, even though I talked to Harrison about it, he said he didn't want to do theater. So, which yes, that's fine. Some people just want to be movie actors and that's it. But I think it's a good idea to have that stage experience. It just broadens everything.
Also, is it possible for me to get a hug?
Hello, Billy. I'm Chuck. I really don't have a great question, considering I was just trying to get up here to get close to be able to actually say I was able to talk to Lando Calrissian. So I guess all in all, my real question would be, do you and Harrison have a rivalry over who piloted the Falcon better?
No.
And also, are you going to be around? Oh, not more. Are you going to be around at all for autograph signings?
Yeah.
You will be. Awesome. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Lindsay. I was just wondering what your favorite character in Star Wars is.
My favorite Lando.
Do you?
I like all of the characters.
Yeah.
Even Boba Fett.
All right, that's all I have to say. Thanks.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Camille. I'm a really big Batman fan, as you might be able to see. And I was just wondering if you would like to talk about the experience of working on the Batman movie and working with Tim Burton, and if you would be interested in doing any more comic book movies in the future.
Well, the experience with Batman was really interesting. I got a chance to see, and this is prior to all of the CGI stuff that's being done today. To actually go on set and see this huge, humongous Gotham City, and to see the kind of craftsmanship that goes into putting stuff like that together is extremely impressive.
Right.
I have a tremendous, and I always compliment these guys, I have a tremendous I'm really impressed with what people who are craftspeople, carpenters and all those people that I call them really the unsung heroes. I'm always impressed with what they come up with and what they create. So Gotham City was monumental, just seeing it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Donna, and this is David in Nevada. And David just wanted to say hi, but now he's gotten a little shy.
Oh, hi, David.
So he asked if you could come say hi. Can you say hi back? He waved to me. You want to shake his hand? I bet you shake your hand. No, he's shy now, but then
That's
he's
all right.
say thank you.
He's supposed to be.
Hi, my name is Rose, and not to disregard all of the other movies you've been in, but do you ever think you'll have the opportunity to be in something as new and iconic as the Star Wars movies?
Not really, no. I'm kind of through with all of that right now. You know, if something comes along that I think is really interesting, I would certainly consider doing it. But I've done this for so long, I just don't really know whether I really want to do it anymore.
Right, and I won't ask for a hug, but could I get a picture taken with you?
You have to do that at the table, sweetheart.
That's fine.
Okay,
Thank you.
sorry.
Hello, my name's Dylan. I lost it.
I do that all the time.
How did you become an actor?
Well, I started when I was 6.5 years old on a Broadway, in a Broadway musical. My mom got me involved in this ridiculous business. I was in a play called The Firebrand of Florence. It was about the life of Benvenuto Cellini, who was a great Italian sculptor who was a swashbuckling kind of an individual. If you ever get a chance to read about him, he's a fine guy. But I played a character who was the page boy to the Duchess, and I had a little song, "Make way for the Duchess, for her grace the Duchess. Make way for the Duchess, for her legal, regal Duchess." And then I'd come out at some other point, and I had a message from the Duchess. Message from the Duchess. Message from the Duchess, from her legal, regal Duchess. So that was what I had to do. It was a musical. I don't know if you've ever heard of Kurt Weill. It was a Kurt Weill musical, and his wife played the Duchess, La Helena, and who were pretty prominent in those years. I'm talking about when I was 6.5 years old. That was back in 1947, I think.
And also, if you could go back in time, would you become an actor again?
Yeah, I love acting. It's fun.
I do too. I'm an actor myself.
Oh, great. Well, I wish you a lot of success and a lot of fun. What are you working on now? Are you in school?
Yeah, I'm in school. I'm in high school. I have a YouTube channel. I do videos like that.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And I mean, I don't really like being on stage because then you mess up, but I guess that's also part of learning. So
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
next year I'm gonna try theater, and right now I'm just gonna continue on with YouTube.
Well, do everything you're interested in and use it to your best advantage. And messing up is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. Well, you said that.
Yeah.
You already know that.
Thank you.
Okay, but wait. This is your big chance. Tell everybody your YouTube channel.
Mick Fish 206. Like MC Fish 206. Not like MIC. It's like McDonald's. But Mick Fish 206.
Okay.
Good luck.
Hi, I'm Kevin. You mentioned over 50 years in the business and over 100 films. What types of things do you do when you're not acting? Do you fish, paint?
Well, I'm a painter. When I grew up in New York, I went to high school, music and art high school, and from there I had gotten a scholarship to the National Academy of Design for the Fine Arts, where I spent 2 years on the scholarship painting. And I was nominated for a Guggenheim when I was 18, 19 years old. And I won a Hall Garden, which is comparable to a Guggenheim. So painting has been very much a part of my life. I had the Smithsonian owns one of my paintings in Schoenberg in New York and Kansas City Jazz Museum. So I do a lot of that. Of course, since I've had my grandkids, I spend a lot of time with them.
No interest in being a co-pilot for Harrison Ford these days?
I used to think about doing that, but I'm a bit of a scatterbrain. I don't know if I fare very well, flying an airplane.
Thank you very much.
Hey guys, for the painting thing too, if you guys are interested, you can go to his website, bdwworldart.com, and there's a whole bunch of lithographs and stuff that you can actually buy or at least look at. We actually have one lithograph at his table if you guys want to see his art or even buy it. It is available. He did a painting, his version of The Empire Strikes Back, so if you want to come take a look at it, no pressure to buy it. You just come see it and ask him questions about it, okay? Yes, sir?
Sir, on behalf of hundreds of kids and parents, thank you so much for coming over here. We are so grateful. Totally made my day. So with Disney taking over, Lando is going to be around for generations and generations and generations. Have you thought about that? That this means the Lando character is going to be on every format you can imagine, and things we haven't even thought about yet?
Well, the whole Star Wars experience is an incredible phenomenon. So I think the Lando character has worked very well. So I think I agree with you. It's going to be around. He'll be around for a while. And now that they're giving adventures to Lando, is a pretty clear indication that people really enjoy Lando.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
My name's Rachel, and I wanted to know what it's like to be on the set of Star Wars.
I think it's real interesting, when you see all of those, I don't know if you see all of that stuff anymore, like when we were doing it, because CGI.
It's green screen now.
Yeah, it's all green screen and computers. But when we were doing it, you were able to see the Millennium Falcon and all that stuff that they used in the movie. So it was real interesting and a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's Trevor. I was just wondering, what would be your favorite line that you've ever said in any of the films that you've done, if you could think of?
Well, of course, the Colt 45. Every time.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's Bronson. I know this would never happen, but if Star Wars and Star Trek universes collided, who do you think Lando's best friend would be? I personally think Jean-Luc Picard would work out well. I think you two would mesh well. I think you're both really cool.
Oh, well, thanks. But I don't know.
No?
Hi, I'm Kyle. I was wondering if Lando pops up in any video game or cartoon or anything and they call you, are you always just like, yeah, I'll do Lando voice? Things like Robot Chicken.
Well, I don't want anybody else to do Lando's voice. My voice is Lando, Lando's voice is me.
All right, that's good dedication. Thank you.
Right, so you guys know.
Good money, too.
So you guys know, just on the cusp of that, like the Robot Chicken, that's why Robot Chicken was in the video, because it's him. The Cleveland show, the Lego movie, the Yoda Chronicles, and now Star Wars Rebels, it's all Billy. It's all Billy. So that's good. Wait, I'll tell everybody a story, that's funny. So Billy is doing the voice for the Yoda Chronicles, and then they were doing the Lego thing, but he didn't know it was the Lego movie. He just thought it was the Lego show. And we're at the theater, and we're watching the Lego movie, and we're like, holy crap, that's Billy. And so we're texting him, and he's like, I'm in the movie? And I'm like, yeah, we're watching you right now. That was pretty cool.
Yes, sir. My name is John, and I was wondering that if you had any reasonings why, at the end of episode 5, why your character was wearing Han's uniform clothing.
And we have 2 answers for that. You give them one and I'll give them one.
Oh, okay.
I'll give them the nice one. Okay, so he owned the Falcon first, which means Han stole his clothes because he probably looked in the mirror and went, wow, I'd make this look good. Or
we were a couple.
And also, I was wondering if there's any possibility if my son can give you a fist bump.
anyone else? Last chance. Don't be shy.
Hi, I'm Lynn.
Hi.
I was wondering, how do you feel about CGI replacing so much in movies these days, like the original Yoda? How do you feel about CGI replacing so much in movies these days that would have been made?
Well, CGI is, if it's used properly, if it doesn't, just completely take over the storytelling, I think it's like any technology, it's useful, but it has to be it has to be done properly, I think.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, my name is Matt, and the last guy kind of already took half this question, but if Lando had a son in like any future Star Wars movies, like what do you think you would name him?
Lando Jr.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, thanks. Sorry. I was just wondering, considering your feelings on CG, what do you think of BB-8, the new little roly-poly droid from the new movie? Because he's real.
What is it?
There's this new droid, kind of like R2-D2, but he's like this little ball with a head, and it's not CG. He's real.
I don't know who that is. I'm curious now.
Well, he was in the trailer for like a half a second.
Well, he's in the new trailer quite a bit, but there was a video where...
7?
There was a video where he rolled on stage and everyone was wowed because, yeah. Well, anyway. Oh, well, I guess we'll find out what you think some months from now.
J.J. Abrams can do no wrong, right? Billy?
It should be very interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, I think that the whole Star Wars, the saga is in good hands, I would say, so.
In JJ we trust.
Great. All right, guys, so I want everyone to follow Billy on Twitter. It's @RealBDW, so can everybody remember that? And then when you're on Twitter, @RealBDW, you're going to do #BringBackLando. We started that 2 years ago at Dragon Con, and frickin' JJ didn't listen, so since he's not directing 8, maybe the new one will. And yeah, and he's on Facebook. He's got a fan page on there. It's under Billy D. Williams, but make sure you get the right one. It's actually the one where it's a picture of Lando from Rebels. That's the correct Facebook page. Okay, so we're gonna go have Billy sign autographs now. If you guys have more questions and we're too shy to come up, you can come ask him questions at the table. It's no problem. Make him feel the love, Billy.
Get a piece.